Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have seen the concept of stability, relative stability, conditional stability, and also the condition for stability from pole locations. Stability has prime importance in the control system design. The three different aspects in control system design are stability, number two, transient performance, that is time domain specification, and number three, static error constants or steady state analysis. The prime importance is given to stability. So while designing a control system, highest priority shall be given to stability. Once the system is stabilized, then we shall try for improvement in transient performance. Once we get the transient performance as required, then we shall think of the desired steady state performance, that is steady state error equal to 0. And that is why we are giving that much importance or this much importance to the stability analysis. In the previous lecture, we have seen that from the pole location stability can be decided. Now if the system is nth order, so say n is equal to 10, then it will have 10 poles, and from the given transfer function we have to find out the 10 roots of the denominator, and that is very difficult. Not now because of the use of softwares like MATLAB, but in 1920s it was very difficult to find out those roots, as even the calculators were not available, and hence this need led to some research initially by Hurwitz, deciding the stability based on the Hurwitz determinant, and then by Ruth, who took the necessary condition from Hurwitz, and that is why the test that we are going to see is called as Routh-Hurwitz stability test, wherein the necessary condition was proposed by Hurwitz and the sufficiency condition is derived by the Ruth. So let us begin with it, and before that let us start with the concept of characteristic equation, because characteristic equation is required here. Concept of closed loop characteristic equation. Actually this characteristic equation is also applicable to open loop system. However, the control system is used in closed loop, so closed loop stability has the importance, and that is why we are considering the closed loop characteristic equation. So if system has forward path function g of s and feedback function h of s, then closed loop transfer function becomes GCL of s is equal to g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Then 1 plus g of s into h of s equal to 0 is the closed loop characteristic equation. And its roots are the closed loop poles, and they decide the closed loop stability. Now this Routh stability test or Routh-Hurwitz stability condition or state criterion requires characteristic equation as its input. So it has the necessary condition I will rewrite here Routh Hurwitz stability criterion or stability test. And it has a necessary condition. So which is necessary but not sufficient. Say the system with closed loop characteristic equation, or even you can consider this as characteristic equation. Characteristic equation Q of S equal to A0 S raised to n plus A1 S raised to n minus 1 so on up to an minus 1 S plus an equal to 0. This may be stable. Why may be stable? Because this is necessary but not sufficient. Means if this condition is satisfied, that doesn't mean system is stable. But if this condition is violated, then definitely system is unstable. That is why it is necessary condition. So it is this system may be stable if all coefficients in the characteristic equation have same sign. So sign of A0, A1, so on up to n must be same, whether positive or negative, but it must be same. And there should not be any missing term. That means, say if it is a raised to a0 s raised to n plus a1 s raised to n minus 1 so up to n minus 1 s plus n. So it is in the decreasing power of s. So none of the term like say s square, s cube, so on shall be missing. So all terms shall be present and coefficient of every term must have same sign. This is the necessary condition. And then this was developed by Hurwitz, and hence the polynomial or this equation satisfying this condition is also called as Hurwitz polynomial. Then the next is sufficiency condition developed by Routh. So sufficiency condition that the system is stable if there is no sign change in the first column of Routh array. So let us first form the Routh array, because here we have seen first column of Routh array. Where is Routh array? So the Routh array is formed from the characteristic equation. The Routh array is formed as follows. So in this array, here the highest power is s raised to n, so the first row is corresponding to s raised to n and the coefficients are taken starting with a0, then next is excluded, next to that will be a2, then a4, then a6 and so on up to either an minus 1 or an, depending upon whether n is even or odd. Then next is s raised to n minus 1, second row, and then it starts with a1, a3, a5, a7 and so on. So these first two rows of Routh array are taken from the coefficients of characteristic equation, and thereafter the remaining are calculated. How they are calculated, that we will see, but this will be, say, B1, B2, B3 and so on. Then next will be s raised to n minus 3, and it will have, say, C1, C2, C3 and so on. And in a pair of rows, this number of elements will reduce by 1 in a pair of rows. And this will be continued. This will be continued to, say, s square, s raised to 1 and s raised to 0, and this s raised to this will have a n. Then this will have, say, e1, and say this will have, or even it may have e2 also, e1 and e1 e2, and say this will be d1, d2 and so on. So total there are n plus 1 rows, and then this first column is formed, and this first column should not have any sign change. If there is any sign change, then the system is unstable, and if there is no sign change, system is stable. So, but now question is how to calculate B1, C1, D1, E1 and so on. So B1 is calculated as A1 into A2 minus A0 into A3 by A1. A1 A2 minus A0 A3 by A1. Then B1 is done. B2, how to calculate B2? B2 is calculated by, say, let us mark it here. This multiplied by this minus this multiplied by this divided by this. While calculating B2, we shall proceed further. A1 A4 minus A0 A5 divided by A1. So it is A1 A4 minus A0 A5 divided by A1 and so on. B3 will be A1 A6 minus A0 A7 by A1, and this way we will calculate till the last element of this row. Then same procedure is forwarded, and C1 will be, while calculating C1, it will be, say, B1 A3 B1 A3 minus A1 B2 divided by B1. Similarly, the C1 will be B1 A5 minus A1 B3 by B1. This will be calculated, and the same procedure will be proceed further till we get the last element. And this last element is always an. This an in the characteristic equation, it will come here. Now, if there is, so this is the first column of the Routh array. This A0, A1, B1, C1, so on up to D1, E1, AN, it forms the first column of the Routh array. So this should not have any sign change. And if there is sign change, then the system is unstable, and number of sign changes is equal to number of poles in the right half of S-plane. So along with stability information, this method gives additional information that if there are, say, two sign changes in the first column of Routh array, that means there are two poles of the system in the right half of S-plane. However, their location cannot be determined. Only this can be determined, that how many poles are in the right half of S-plane. Let us solve some examples. Consider a system with closed loop characteristic equation q of s is equal to s raised to 4 plus 4s cube plus 6s square plus 2s plus 3 equal to 0, and investigate stability. So when you get necessary and sufficiency condition is that which is sufficient to elaborate the stability. Hence, no need to check the necessary condition. Even just looking at the characteristic equation can be done. Every coefficient is positive and every term is present. That means system may be stable. So we have q of s is equal to s raised to 4 plus 4s cube plus 6s square plus 2s plus 3 equal to 0. Then Routh array is as under. So it will start with s raised to 4 and elements will be 1, 6, 3. S cube will have the remaining elements 4 and 2. So again see how they are obtained from the characteristic equation. First s raised to 4 has element 1, coefficient 1, so it is 1. Exclude next term, move to next, element is 6. Exclude next term, move to next, element is 3. And then for s cube, the coefficient of s cube is 4. Exclude one term, 2. Over, finish. Then s square. 4 into 6 minus 2 divided by 4. So it will be 22 by 4. So it is 5.5. And for this it will be 4 into 3, 12. 12 if nothing is there means 0. 12 minus 0 is 12 by 4 is 3. Then s raised to 1. This will be 5.5 into 3 is 11. 11 minus 12 is minus 1 divided by 5.5 is minus 0.1818, and in the column s raised to 0 it will be, this will be divided by this, it will be 3. Now you can see here the number of elements in any row reduces by 1 after a pair of rows. So here there are 3, then 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, finish. And here you can see there is a sign change in the first column of Routh array. So how many sign changes? There are 2 sign changes. First sign changes, or I will, in the first example I will mark it. But not every time. Plus, 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 minus, plus. So there is first change here and second change negative to positive. That means there are 2 sign changes in the first column of Routh array. Hence, system is unstable. With 2 poles in right hand side of S plane, right hand side, or you can say right side of S plane. So this is done. Let us solve one more example to consolidate the concepts. In the next example, let q of s is equal to s raised to 4 plus 4s cube plus 6s square plus 2s plus 1 equal to 0, and then investigate the stability. Investigate the stability using what? Using root stability test. See carefully, we have q of s is equal to s raised to 4 plus 4s cube plus 6s square plus 2s plus 1 equal to 0. Then root array is as under. S raised to 4 s cube. So s raised to 4 will be 1 6 1 1 6 1, and s cube will be 4 2. Then s square, 24 minus 2, 22 by 4, 5.5, and here you will get 4 into 1, again here you will get 1. Then s raised to 1, this will be 5.5 into 11, 11 minus 4, 7, 7 by 5.5, so it is coming 1.2727, and finally s raised to 0 will be 1.2727 into 1 divided by 1.2727, that is 1. Now here you can see there is no sign change in the first column of root array. So what I can write as there is no sign change in the root array. First, actually it should be first column of root array. First column of root array, the system is stable. Very simple. This is how we have to find out. But does this work every time? No. There are two special cases when this root array terminates, calculation of elements terminates, and we have to employ some remedy. But that we will see in the next lecture. It is enough in this lecture. Thank you.